Hello Galactic family. What is your soul's level of enlightenment? We souls evolve in a predictable way, and the map for our journey is written within our very DNA. The evolutionary map is the chakra system. If you understand the essential meanings and messages embedded within each chakra, you'll understand the evolutionary steps your soul takes on its way to remembering who you are. In the beginning, before time, each one of us was born from all that is. We then begin our journey through the 7 levels of consciousness. Each level carries a set of lessons to learn. Each level of consciousness takes us to a new world to live in. Each world is a paradigm, a distinct schoolhouse specifically designed to teach the soul what it needs to know at each developmental level. Level 1: Existence. First density is the introductory level of creation. All souls begin here. It's where you start your journey, freshly separated from all that is, in your most asleep, or unconscious state. First density corresponds to the first chakra in the body, and the red ray of the rainbow. Here you exist as essential elements: rock, air, water or fire. The developmental milestone of this stage of growth is simply to experience existence. Level 2: Instinct. Second density is the level where you'll have your first inkling of conscious awareness. Shifting from first density to second density means a qualitative shift in your experience of what it feels like to be alive in a physical body. Second density corresponds to the second chakra in the body and the orange ray of the visible light spectrum. Here you exist as plant or animal. The main developmental task is to develop a conscious mastery of your physical form, your instincts and emotions. Level 3: Self-empowerment. Third density is the level at which you become human. Here is where you move into a body which possesses an upgraded brain with the ability for complex thought. This is the level of consciousness where souls learn about who they are as individuals. Shifting from 2D to 3D means a qualitative change in your understanding of your own personal nature. Because it's really all about you in this level, we call it the station of the ego. It's the home of the lower mind, more commonly called the intellect. Third density corresponds to the third chakra in the body and the yellow ray of the visible light spectrum. The primary developmental task of this level is self-knowledge and self-empowerment. Level 4: Compassion. Shifting from third density to fourth density means moving past your ego and making a qualitative change in your understanding about love. Humanity stands on the cusp of shifting into fourth density now. In order to make the transition, you must purify your lower self and anchor yourself firmly in love. It takes a lot of work to extract all the toxic debris from the collective ego consciousness that humans have carried for eons. But it can be done, and many people have already made the shift and are living in 4D consciousness now. Fourth density corresponds to the fourth chakra in the body and the green ray on the spectrum of visible light. Here, your body is becoming much more sensitive and less dense. Food, sounds, light, fragrances, the emotions of others and negative energies can overwhelm you, and you must learn how to care for yourself in a whole new way. The primary developmental task here is to master balanced compassion for self and others. Level 5: Wisdom. Shifting from fourth density to fifth density means making a qualitative change in your understanding about your soul and your non-physical self. 5D is the home of the higher mind where love and wisdom coalesce into complete conscious thought. Until now, your awareness has been too muddied with lower energies to access pure wisdom. You'll finally be able to combine everything you've learned from the lower 4 densities and merge it into a more complete understanding of who you are and what your existence is all about physically. emotionally, mentally and spiritually. Fifth density corresponds to the fifth chakra in the body and the blue ray on the visible spectrum of light. Here, your body will change to become more light than matter. You will finally receive your light body. You'll be able to create what you need and want through the natural power of your being instead of through the clumsy use of technology. The primary developmental task in this level of consciousness is to master the realm of spirit. Level 6 Unity. Shifting from 5th density to 6th density means making a qualitative change in your understanding of what it means to merge into oneness. At this level all knowledge is combined between individuals so that a collective consciousness emerges. This is the first time that love is total for the self, for the other, and for all things everywhere good and bad. Everyone is understood to be one being. Trust between beings is absolute. There can be no negatively polarized individuals in this level of consciousness. Sixth density corresponds to the sixth chakra in the body and the indigo ray on the visible spectrum of light. The primary developmental task here is to master the realm of cosmic knowledge. Level 7 The doorway to eternity. Shifting from 6th density to 7th density means making a qualitative change in your understanding of creation itself, and who you are within it all. Understanding emerges about the way creation is made, the way it operates, the reasons for everything. All is known here. This is the level at which you merge back into God. Perfection is finally yours. You no longer see yourself as a separate individual. You are no longer someone who is working hard to clean and purify the lower parts of yourself. All of that is over. The learning here is very, very subtle, silent, and stunning. Seventh density corresponds to the seventh chakra in the body and the violet ray on the visible spectrum of light. The primary developmental task is to remember who you always were and to reunify with all that is. It takes millions of lifetimes to make our way through all the densities. Don't try to rush it. You may have glimpses of a higher density. These are called peak spiritual experiences. These peak experiences are like delicious little tastes of what's to come. They give us yearning to reach higher and to become more of ourselves. You may find that you reside at a certain level of consciousness most of the time. This is your spiritual station. Your spiritual station is your current leading edge of spiritual evolution. You may be in the station of third density ego, but moving toward fourth density compassion. You may find that you're already living in the consciousness of the 4D heart. You may find that you are firmly rooted in a very high station, say the station of 6th density unity. You may be wondering how you got there when the vast majority of the human race is still struggling through the lessons of the ego. If you find that you're living firmly in a high station, you might be a volunteer who has come here to help Earth ascend. Whether you are a native to Earth, or a volunteer, the most important job each of us has is to know ourselves well. That is the entire purpose of life. You are exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment in your eternal journey. You are a spectacular spark of divinity. Gorgeous and perfectly imperfect.